Hello Aquarius, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden. Website for them is liminal11.com. Feel free to check that out if you want to. Supportive Oracle Cards, Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Website for Sandra is... On the back here of the book, it's hayhouseradio.com, and there's a picture of Sandra. And on the inside, it has a bunch of other Hay House references, or websites, I should say. Feel free to freeze frame on any of that if you'd like any of those websites. Okay, what do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius, like Aquarius. Whew. This may not be bad, but it's starting off a little rough, just to be fair. These readings, they start off with either the World or like some really rough card, and then they go really good. So that's not bad. That they're gonna end up good. At least they're gonna end up good. At least they're gonna end up good, right? Something. There's the World. It shows right up. It's like, oh, you called me? Did you say you needed something? The World said, oh, really? You want something? I'm here. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm showing right up. Guess you are. I guess you are. So the World showing up, the World card is usually going, it's a totally different paradigm, usually. For example, it's like changing schools, changing jobs, moving from one house to another, going into a whole new neighborhood. That's like a world phase change. Like a death phase change would be like, changing departments in the same company. The World is going to a whole new company. That's kind of what the World is. Just to give it reference, because that's where we're heading towards, and it seems like you're extremely happy to be there. So whatever's going on right now, somebody, I'm trying not to say, okay, no, you don't like this one. You do not like this person. Whoever this is, you do not like them. It's a general read, take it with a grain of salt. If this is hitting, this is about somebody you do not like, for whatever reason. For whatever reason. And I feel like this is somebody who likes to cause problems for you. The discord is mutual. They like to get in your way. And they do it very subtly sometimes. This is the king... No, this is the Prince of Swords. I'm getting it's more strategic with them. They may not say stuff directly to your face, but it's kind of like... If you were going to take a trip tomorrow and you were going to leave at noon, they go out there and they start fixing the car and they put it up on blocks. Kind of like, oh, you were going to go somewhere? Oh, guess you can't now. They're one of those. They're like, if you made a cake and you had it set aside for a company coming tonight, they'll eat that cake. Or they'll at least take a slice out of it, so like when you present it, it's like you can tell somebody else already hacked into it. They're that one. They are that one. Okay. Whoever this is, if this is coming in correctly, if this is hitting, they've recently pushed your button. And they really did something that really upset you. Ironically, you're kind of like, you know what? That's the last straw. Whatever this is, whoever this is. For example, if this is a work situation and there's somebody you have to deal with at work, I feel like I've made up my mind. I'm like, well, this is it. I'm done. I'm not dealing with this anymore. Either they're going or I'm going or something is changing here. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm also going to reiterate that the World is there, but that's coming in at the end. So I don't feel like we're immediately deciding we're going to leave or they're going to leave. It's just kind of like, I'm done. The way this is going, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done with it. I'm not upset. I'm just done with it. I don't know. It's very calm. It's kind of like I'm not even angry. I'm finished. I've I've made judgment. The judgment has now been rendered, and now that was it. That was the last one. That was the last one. So you've made up your mind on that, and now you're moving into this energy of like, all right, how am I going to do that? Very self-sufficient. The solar plexus is like, I'm being loyal to myself. I'm making this next phase happen. I'm in control of this, and I'm going to make it work out the way I want it to. If this is something where you're in a contract, because literally the card that says contract is here, you're going to find a loophole, or you're going to find a way to get out of that contract or end that contract early, either for you or for the other person. If there's some other contract, like, I feel like I'm done. I am just flat out done. And it's weird. It's kind of like, I'm not mad. I think the reason you're not mad is because I kind of made peace with it. Kind of like, I've done all the mental work to make this work. And I've made peace with it. The next phase needs to happen. So if it's bad for them, then it's bad for them. If they don't like it, then they don't like it. Too bad. Do they realize they've pushed it too far? I feel like they're freaked out because you're not really losing it. Two of Cups. No, it's not. That is the High Priestess and the Nine of Cups. They see that you're stepping away. They see that you're not getting upset. And they're trying to figure out why. They're actually recoiling for a second. Kind of like, why isn't Aquarius, like, why aren't they triggered? I just did that. They should be triggered. Why isn't Aquarius triggered? I do think they're a little nervous. They notice. They don't understand why you're just not really, like, they expected you to come for them. They're probably looking forward to it, because some people are like that. I mean, not for nothing, some people are. And you're not. Yeah, nope. Done. So, you seem to be tying up loose ends here. Again, if there's some type of contract involved, or there's some type of obligation, you are tying up the loose ends. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, and this other person, I feel like they're a little bewildered. They're just kind of like, what is going on with Aquarius? They're like, you're not going to go anywhere. They're bewildered, and they're in disbelief. Aquarius is one of those signs you don't underestimate. You just realize that anything can happen at any time. Just saying. Just saying. And you're Aquarius, so you know, like, what do you call that? Preaching to the choir? Is that what you call that? As you're tying up your loose ends, you're finding out what you really want, and you're creating the plan to make it happen. You got a lot of positive cards coming out of this. You've made up your mind, and you're done. You're opening that door. When I see this door, you're going out the door to something that makes you a lot happier, and you will find it. You've got your strategy pulled together. You're going forward. You don't really feel like there's a choice. You're kind of like, no, I'm done with this. This is my choice. This is what I need to do. When you make that change, when you go through this phase change, like this big, the World card did show up. It's still making me laugh. It's kind of like, oh, you were calling? You need something? I'm here. There's two cards I'm looking at. When you leave whatever this is behind, and you just kind of like, it's kind of like whoever this person is, because it feels like it's a person to me. It's kind of like I realize it's not a me problem, it's a them problem. And I don't want to be connected with that anymore. The only way it's a me problem is me putting up with it, me participating in it, me engaging with it. When I stop engaging with it, when I stop participating, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's just not. And I move on from it completely. I feel like you're completely moving on from this. These are the last two cards I'm getting. Six of Fire, Torches Fire, and the Lover's card. You got a lot better possibilities. I feel like this whole array of possibilities are in front of you. There's a lot of love references here. It doesn't have to be love, romantic, but whatever you're going towards, I feel like you're very much going to be happy with. You got success. The Six of Wands is success. The Lover's card, like the Lover's card, it's a great thing. But for you, especially for your Aquarius, sometimes the Lover's card is a Gemini energy. Gemini is extremely compatible with Aquarius, just base energies. But there's a lot of possibilities. But they're all these, like, it's like having excitement. It's like a kid going into a candy store. There's so much there. I just don't know what I want first. It's one of those feelings. Now, if you're interested, which you maybe not, the other person, they're out. You put up with something there that other people aren't going to be putting up with. So when you walk away, there's a shift for them. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's not that important, but I feel like they're going into a whole new phase of their life. I don't think you're going to see it, but karma balances out experiences. So if they were doing this to you for the longest time, they might have somebody doing this to them for the longest time. So I almost get like, for some of you, maybe you were a manager and they were like a subordinate, and they were just this pain in the butt. Maybe they get your job when you walk away, but then they get somebody who's going to drive them 10 times. They're going to be 10 times worse. They're going to get it 10 times over, is what I'm getting. They're going to get it a lot worse. You may not see it, but I feel like that's what's going to happen there, in case that's of any consolation. All right. I'm going to shut that down there. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.